YouTube, it is once again your favorite gamer here, Above Average Cody, coming at you with a quick little strafing video for Halo Infinite. Now, this is not necessarily how to strafe, guys, but I more want to talk about the direction you should be strafing depending on the situation. Now, I'm going to give you guys a couple different situations, and I'm kind of going to show you how I kind of think through that situation and where I'm going to be strafing. And make no mistake, when you play this game a lot, guys, strafing becomes very automatic. It becomes very second nature, if you will. You automatically know which way to go, where to go to cover, how to out-strafe your enemy, really. And the idea for this video kind of came up with a comment I got the other day on one of my recent videos. And the person basically asked whether strafing with the enemy or opposite the enemy was the better strafe pattern to go about. And I'll tell you guys what I told him first. Now, strafing with the enemy will obviously make them an easier target to hit for you, but it also makes you a much easier target for them to hit. That is why I recommend trying to be very inconsistent, if you will, with your strafes, because it comes into play with what I say in just about every video, guys. Nobody knows what you are going to do except for you. So if you're able to throw a tricky strafe or a tricky like jiggle peek, then by all means, you're going to need to do that. You'll win a lot more gunfights because of it. But that's enough talking about kind of setting up what we're going to be talking about in this video, guys. So I'm going to dive right in. I'm going to show you a couple different situations. And if you guys want me to go more in depth on strafing and how to strafe faster and how to really just be an overall strafing demon, let me know in the comments. Let's jump into this video. Alrighty, guys. The first and most obvious situation I want to put you in is one where you have cover, because many times on just about every map in the game, you're not going to be in too much open space, and if you're traversing the map properly with your teammates, you shouldn't be getting caught out in open space, at least not all too often, guys. So I'm going to be talking about strafing towards cover. Now, the reason you want to do that is not only to get yourself out of the open, but also you can kind of try to pepper them with bullets before you decide what your next move is. So the perfect example here is you have an enemy here and you have, let's say, OV spawn as cover. You're going to put some shots in, guys, maybe throw a couple tricky jiggles, and then get behind cover. This is where you plan your next move, and you immediately have the advantage if this player is in the open. Now, obviously, we're in training mode with a bot, so the bot just instinctively backs up if it doesn't have a good angle and whatnot. But for the sake of learning, I can just kind of explain to you guys what you should be doing here. Now, once you can strafe into cover, guys, the enemy does not know what you're doing. They don't know if you are regenning for health. They don't know if you're going to jump onto the cover in this situation. They don't even know if you're going to poke right back out and reach out. This is where you have the upper hand in the gunfight. You are playing chess, they are playing checkers, especially if you can catch them out in the open here. Out in the open here, guys, you leave them completely in no man's land. This is considered more of a big brain play, and you're going to see it a lot more in higher level lobbies. And especially if you're in the cover, guys, use the cover to kind of jiggle out, time your bullets such that you're hitting them. And I promise you, once again, they are not going to know what you are going to do. And even if they're able to land some decent bullets, guys, you can go back, you can regen, you can peek them on the other side, and kind of just try to be tricky with the cover. And make no mistake, they're going to try to use the cover as well to their advantage, but you just have to try to give yourself the upper hand and land more bullets. That just comes down to your overall gunfight skills, guys. But in every situation you have cover, if you are having trouble getting the first bullet, especially if they get the first bullet on you, just strafe into the cover, guys. And it's not always about jiggle peeking and trying to win that gunfight. Granted, 9 times out of 10, it might be. It really depends on the flow of the game. But a lot of times, you can just use the cover, call out to your teammates, and wait for them to come help. And then hopefully you get a 2v1 and things like that, guys. So that's kind of in a situation or a map area where you have the cover. I recommend trying to throw your strafe into the cover. Don't make a beeline straight for the cover, guys. You know, maybe try to go there, throw a couple jiggles, and then get behind the cover and things like that. And next up, I obviously want to talk about if you are caught in open space, because you definitely are not always going to have the cover. Say the player is the one in the cover, and I mean, hopefully they're not strafing towards it, guys. If they watch this video, they probably are. But if you're in open space, that is where being very, very tricky on the strafe is going to help you. And obviously the basic strafe, guys, I'd recommend probably a doorway's length. Like, see this little opening here? That's about the width you want to be going with the strafe, especially in higher lobbies, because they're going to be shooting pretty accurate. I'm not going to lie to you guys. So if you're just doing these quick quick little side-to-side jiggles. It's really not as tricky as you'd think, and he's kind of throwing some there in the corner. Like, see the disparity on where he is to be landing the bullets? It's really not that great. You want to make it so that the enemy player has to correct their aim, either with their strafe or with their aim stick. And that's why the wider strafe is better, guys. And then with that, you can kind of go side to side wider. You can go more right and then cut back left and then just go right again. And I mean, that kind of just comes down to being very tricky with your strafes and things like that. I've done other strafing videos, guys. Feel free to find them in the Halo Infinite playlist. And again, if you want me to go more in depth, I will in future videos. But this is kind of just the direction you want to be strafing. And now I'm kind of going to get more into that question that I brought up at the beginning of the video, whether you want to strafe with them or against them, guys. And I mean, this is kind of the part I mentioned that was going to become second nature. You are going to just end up knowing what you have to do, but I'm going to try to walk you through it the best I can, guys. First off, you're going to want to be aiming bullets and paying attention to that armor. If their armor is very low or cracked and you can feel that you have more armor than them, by all means, guys, just aim for the head and finish that gunfight. But if you feel like they are hitting more and you are in open space and there's absolutely no escape from the gunfight for you, you're going to have to get very tricky, guys. And that is where I recommend throwing the crouch strafes. When I get my shields cracked, if you guys have watched the past live streams, you'll see me do this literally all the time. Because 9 times out of 10, if you are diamond or lower in any of your lobbies, guys, it is going to completely make the enemy miss. Because 99% of players are aiming for the chest, guys, and the head. That is where they are aiming because that is the biggest body of mass. And then it's not a big movement to snap up to the head and hit them. So when I feel my shields cracked, and I say feel because you can see the flash on the screen, you obviously hear the beeping, and you also have the bar at the top of the screen to notify you. That is when I do the crouch strafe, guys. I will literally drop like this and just stay down and just try to keep moving and then aim as many shots as I can. Now, granted, if the player is good, guys, it's not going to be hard for them to just land that headshot. Also, you might get a couple bots that aren't very good at the game, and they were probably aiming that low anyways, and you'll crouch into it. But I will say the majority of players in the majority of lobbies are aiming for your head once the shield is cracked, because we all know that's the quickest way to get a kill, guys. So crouch down, and I have it on toggles. So just holding it brings me down, and then letting go brings me up. So in case I have to throw any crouch strafes mid-gunfight or whatever, I can just do that easily without double-clicking the button. But I will literally, I have it on my back bottom right paddle. I will literally hold it down and then just crouch side to side and then just do my best to hit those shots. And if you don't have a paddle controller, guys, hopefully you're playing claw. And if not, you may want to even make it so that you play tactical where your crouch is on your right stick, because that'll make it very easy to just crouch down and throw those aims. And that's kind of like my Hail Mary. I have nothing else I can do. That's it. I'm about to lose the fight, because even if you don't win, guys, the crouch strafe will generally get you 1 or 2 more extra bullets so that you can at least put in more damage so your teammates have a better shot at kind of getting the kill there. But those are kind of like things you can add to your strafing dynamic. But I highly recommend, guys, literally just constantly strafe. Go into academy training mode when you're warming up on the bots. Just don't ever stop moving. That is one thing you'll see in the higher lobbies that you will not see in the lower lobbies, in like the warm-up lobbies, anything like that, even in quick play. You see people stop moving. They just either stand there and try to hit the shot, or literally they will run at you. That is probably the easiest way to tell an inexperienced Halo player, is when they start running at you and shooting at the same time, trying to get the melee, because that is like the biggest bot thing ever to do. I remember when I used to do that when I first played Halo 3, and I looked so terrible at the game, guys. Literally, side to side and back are always your best friends, and I only recommend backing up if they're running at you going for the melee. But yeah, guys, practice just constantly moving. You know, sometimes you can go in circles and that kind of throws them off. And again, try to get that wider strafe. A lot of people do this and they're like, oh, I have such a good strafe. Why am I dying so fast? It's because you're literally moving an inch to the left and an inch to the right, guys. It's very easy to hit shots when you're doing that. You want the wide, long strafe so that it kind of just throws them off. And if it feels like they're landing a lot of bullets, just go the other direction, then bring it back the other direction. That's literally what strafing is, guys. Left, right, left, right, 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 left, right. You guys get the point here. But, yeah, guys, so my quick little tips to you are strafe into cover when you can, and then strafe through for the jiggle peak. Pillars is a great area here, guys. guys. You can jiggle peek the same side. You can strafe through the pillar, and it kind of gives you like almost body block, but that's kind of tougher because obviously you lose your aim, and the enemy's going to be strafing as well, so you kind of have to play off them. It's a lot of practice, guys. There is a massive art to strafing, but it is arguably the most important mechanic on top of aim and accuracy overall. So that's why I want to do this quick little video, guys. So the correct answer really is do whatever's going to make your enemy miss bullets. But you have to remember the most basic thing that I said at the beginning of the video, guys. Nobody knows the moves you are going to make except you. So if you are able to throw your enemy off, you are just going to look like that much better of a player compared to them. And don't get me wrong, you're going to encounter players that have all these tips already unlocked, guys. Strafing is very second nature to them, and they are going to probably outstrafe you. But if you can at least make them miss those extra bullets, and you can do that panic crouch strafe that I told you at the end of your gunfight, you might be able to squeeze out more wins, and more importantly, you may be able to get in more damage so that your teammate has the easier job of really picking up the kill so you can get all those assists on the board, guys. And this wasn't too crazy a video. Most of you advanced players should already know this, guys, but sometimes it's nice just to get a reminder on some of the tactics that you tend to forget when you just jump into a game and do it over and over and over and over again on ranked. So just remember these tips, guys. If there was anything I missed or anything you want to add to strafing, please comment it down below. I'll leave a heart on it so that viewers can get help from you guys as well as the video. And please, guys, subscribe. Obviously, ton of Halo tips and tricks. You guys already know that. We stream a ton of Call of Duty right now. We're going to be going crazy once Modern Warfare 2 comes out. We'll be doing the alpha, the beta, all kinds of fun stuff, guys. So subscribe, leave a like on the video so more people can find it. And, of course, channel memberships, guys. If you feel so inclined to support monetarily, I appreciate it greatly. But if not, I just appreciate you viewing the video, guys. You guys are the absolute best. I love making these videos for you guys, and I'll be sure to keep them coming. Thank you so much for watching. Stay happy, stay healthy, and stay tuned for the next video.